This is Orange County, the Orange County YMCA BMX. It's a nice track. It's been around for a long time. Growing up, I came to this track right here, and me and my dad at the big races that they used to have here, they used to we used to sit here and watch the pros, and I told my dad, I want to be one of those guys. And he used to tell me, just keep on racing and keep on working hard, and you could get there. So so my dad had a really big influence on that. And when I first started riding BMX, I was just a little guy. I was 4 years old, and like I said, I mean, my parents had a lie to actually get me into the race. But when I started racing, man, I really loved it so much. My love for this sport is just unbelievably unreal. And there was a couple pros that I used to ride with. One pro, his name was Steve Smart. He was a really good guy. He took me. He would tell me, "Hey, I'll take you to that race. Do you want to go to Orange County? I'll take you." And so I would have to go ask my mom, "Hey, Steve says he's going to take me to Orange County tonight." And it was just a really good. He was a really good guy. He also let me ride his bike and race his bike in my heats. So it was actually really good. I had a really good feeling growing up around a lot of pros, riding with a lot of pros. A lot of pros came to the McDonald's jumps where we used to ride. So I mean, when a pro showed up over there, I mean, everyone was like, all happy. It was a good feeling. It's been a great journey. A lot of injuries, a lot of time down, breaking arms. I remember coming here one day. I was practicing right before the race, and I broke my hip. On this track, I separated my pelvis. So I mean, it's a tough sport. It's a dangerous sport, but it's really, I mean, once you start riding it, I mean, you'll become dedicated. My sponsor used to bring me here, Mad Dog. I used to ride for a team called Mad Dog. I rode for a team called Power Bikes. A couple good sponsors. The adrenaline rush that you get when you're on that gate, especially when you're at a big race, it's unbelievably unreal. Especially when they call your name, you're on the gate, and there's 8 guys lined up in the main event, and you're in the main event. The adrenaline rush, they go down the line, they'll call your name. We got Jeremy Rubio coming out of Irvine, California. The adrenaline rush that you get from that is unreal. And I think that's what brings a lot of people out, especially when you win. When you win, it feels good. Well, it got really competitive when I was 14, 15 years old. I became expert. Expert's a fast class. It's a class right before you go pro. I mean, you could turn. I mean, now there's pros going. There's guys going pro at like 16, 17 years old. And back then, expert was a really fast class. I mean, that's the class that you race before you come pro. So I mean, when you're racing expert, really competitive guys like Vegas, Bakersfield, you got Reno, they got the Oklahoma Grands, which I never really got to go to. I went to Vegas, I went to Bakersfield, I went to Reno. I done some good competitive racing, and I placed first, second, or third. So I mean, I actually done really good. It takes a lot of practice. Every day, at least 2 or 3 hours of practice every day. Well, growing up, we had these jumps that we called the McDonald's jumps, and a group of guys every day after school. It was so awesome, man. We had a group of guys of like 20 guys. We'd all meet at McDonald's jumps after school, and we would ride until the sun went down. The more I got into it, the more the passion grew. I mean, like the injuries that I've had were just unbelievably unreal. I broke my arm, I shattered my wrist, and still I would still sneak my bike out and go down the McDonald's jumps and still ride with a cast on. Once you get out here and you try this sport, I guarantee you, I mean, you'll really, really like it a lot. I went pro when I was like 17, and all these years I knew that I was good, but now I'm back. This year I re-signed up as pro. Went out to a couple big races with my son and said, hey, you know what? These guys are flying. These guys are flying, and I reanalyze myself and say, you know what? It's not about being a pro anymore. It's about the passion that I want to pass down to my son. So I've really been working with Jeremy Jr. A lot, working on snapping out of the gate, getting good gate starts, taking the jumps, how to pump the jumps and keep pedaling, and stay up with all the guys, and staying right with them and passing them. You know, that's the kind of stuff that it takes. You know, you gotta. It's not something that just comes to you. You gotta work for it. A lot of kids here, they're all really, really, really fast, faster than other tracks. And I remember his first place that he got right here on this track. He goes, "Dad, man, I did not think I could do it, you know, but I did it." And it was a really good feeling, you know. Oh, the payoff. One goal that we want to accomplish this year is. We want to accomplish. You got the state championships coming up here pretty soon, and I don't really want him to win at the state championships. I just want him to do good, like in the race, you know, and be a tough competitor. If he wins, hey, it's all the glory. It goes along with the passion that I've grown for the sport. You know, there's a lot. You know, I'm going to be 37 this year, and I could still do a couple of tricks, you know. But like I said, this is a track. It's really known for a lot of fast kids, and there's a lot of competition out here. And I think it's just a competition, and everybody, all these young kids, when they pull the trophies out, everybody wants to win a trophy. You know what I mean? And to see a little kid walk up his first race and actually win a first, second, or third, it's really encouraging. And I still really love this sport. And it's been kind of tough, you know, because I've been spending a lot of time lately riding, training Jeremy, basically trying to get back in the groove. You know, I know I won't ever be as fast as I used to be, but you know, I'll be damned, I'm not going to ever give up. Some of the pros that I used to ride with, TC Todd Corbett, Robo Morales, Todd Blazer, some of these guys. I mean, it was 20 years ago. Almost, it was probably maybe 20 years ago or almost 20 years ago. But you know what? I couldn't even put a price on the riding that I did, the passion I had in it, and the passion I still have for the sport. If you're really, really good at something, and that's where your heart is, don't ever give up on yourself and just go along with it, and you'll make something out of it.